And welcome to the long view with me, Jon Jordan. Today we're looking at Zombie Gunship Survival. So what we're going to look at particularly in depth is the guns, because they're the coolest part of the game really. So let's go and have a look. So this is the first gun you get. This is the 5.56mm machine gun, standard Gatling gun. Does the business. You can see there's some stats on it. So most important one's damage, 57. There's accuracy. Cooldown is important because basically these are just Gatling guns, so they in the game you use them for as long as you can, and then they overheat and then have to cool down. So cooldown is an important kind of element to think about. So there's two basic guns. There's the 5.56 and then the much nicer 7.62. So you get this one fairly quickly in the game. You can see here damage is higher, 76, quite a lot higher. Slightly longer cooldown rate, so 5.23. Obviously, these I'm leveling up as I go along, so the kind of stats do change kind of as you level them up. So let's go in and see this in action. Let's quickly go into it's easy level. So deploying our troops, there are our troops, and they're going to take out this. So let's help them out using the 5.56. We can just see it's a pretty easy gate, so there's not a lot of problems there. So what we've got here, got some zombies. Let's get busy on them. So we can just see here, we're just like tapping because we don't want to overheat straight away. We can just like take them out like that. You can see the zombies that are no match for the Gatling gun. But what happens? Overheated there. So we've got to help our guys out actually. They've taken it out. That's all right. So the heavier machine gun, you can just see they just needs a couple of shots really, and they come apart there. So the second gun you get is the 30mm cannon. Unlike the Gatling gun, you can see it's just a single barrel weapon, and much more powerful. So compared to the Gatling guns, which had damage of like 50 to 70, 80, this has got damage of 200. Again, this has been leveled up a little bit, but you can see there's a big difference in damage there. Other things to note: reload time. So it loads one shell at a time. So there's 4 shells in a clip. And there's 16 clips in total, so you have limited ammunition as well. So different to the Gatling gun, which just keeps firing until it overheats, never runs out of ammunition. This is much more careful how you use it. The other thing to notice is that a blast radius is the kind of shell explodes and it kind of will hit all enemies within that radius. So it's not just like a direct kind of impact situation. So that's the 30mm cannon, and slightly more impressive, as in a lot more impressive than that, it's a sniper rifle. So 20mm sniper rifle. Yeah, again, single shot, but look at the damage. So it's over 2,000 damage. So that's even like 10 times more than the 30mm cannon. It's got reload time and zoom time, so it's kind of slow to use. But absolutely brilliant at certain targets. But you need to know how to use it, and obviously you don't use it on single zombies. You use it on the bigger monster tank zombies. Okay, so we can see these are our guys. They're doing their stuff, and here's some zombies. So here's the 30mm cannon. You can just see here, boom. So you see I hit one of them, and then the other ones were hit by the blast radius. So you can see here a bit of blast radius, which is useful, but just as 4 times more powerful, 5 times more powerful than the Gatling guns. But obviously you're doing it at a much lower rate. So can I save these guys here? They've got those zombies, like one shell took out all those ones. So the guys here, they got their own self-defense, so they're not defenseless. Let's see some other zombies. So okay, so we can see how the 30mm cannon is doing the business. Okay, so now we've got this tank coming along. We can try and hit him with the 30mm cannon. Doesn't do very much. So what we're going to hit him with? Sniper rifle. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's what sniper rifle does. It takes everything out. So you can use it on individual zombies, but I mean, there's really not a lot of point. Just an overuse of a heavy weapon. Okay, so the next type of weapon we're looking at is rockets. So we've got the 40mm rocket pod. So you can see here, pretty basic kind of rocket pod. So we see damage, 132. So not massive damage compared to say even the 30mm cannon. Obviously, what you've got is a lot of rockets. So you're firing 4 rockets at a time, 8 shots per pod. So again, there's a limited amount of ammunition, and the blast radius. So the blast radius is pretty good. So if you compare to the 30mm cannon that had a blast radius of 1.1, this has got a blast radius of 1.5. So pretty significant difference. One thing to note is quite a long reload time. So the 30mm cannon had a reload time of 2.6 is a reload time of 4. The machine guns had cooldown times of about 5 seconds. So kind of more powerful in some ways. And taking out a big area, so useful for areas, zombies in big kind of groups, not so accurate, and longer reload time. And finally, we can have a look at our old favourite, the Hellfire missile. So designed for tanks, as in proper tanks, but also useful for taking out zombie tanks. Not massive damage though, you see 400, so it's twice as powerful as a 30mm cannon. Blast radius, again, kind of bigger than the 30mm cannon, but not quite as big as the rocket pod. The rocket pod obviously fires 4 out. Only 5 shots on that, and an even longer reload time. So with all these things, there's things to kind of play off against each other. Again, should point out this is like the basic level. This is only a 1-star one, so as you level up all these weapons, their stats change. But this is like just the basic differences between types of weapons. So let's go and have a look at these in action. Okay, so we take out this barrier, this defense mechanism, Hellfire it. There we go, straight down. So we can see Hellfire is really useful for that, but now we can see this massive long reload time that's going on there in the red. You can see, okay, now it's okay. So you wouldn't actually have this as a loadout really for the game. You'd really want a cannon as well. But here's some zombies. Let's 40mm rocket them. So there we go. We can see actually the 6 taken out in one go there. So here's 2 zombies. You wouldn't really use a rocket for that because it's just a waste. You want the zombies to kind of accumulate in a larger group to make the most use of your weapon. So here we go again. You can just see that's 6 taken out there.